Welcome back. So could London be the next holiday hotspot? The capital is seeing an increase in days where it hits highs of over 30 degrees.
So the International Institute for Environment and Development's new research shows London has experienced 116 days over 30 degrees in the past 3 decades. It said this could be the new reality.
And the Met Office have just issued weather warnings for thunderstorms covering large parts of the UK. Jim Dale.
I just mentioned that, didn't I?
Senior meteorologist is here and the author of Surviving Extreme Weather.
And we've been surviving extreme weather, Jim, because London's been blimmin' freezing this year.
Kind of, yeah. And I did say... I know there'll be viewers saying, oh, you said in April it would all come right and all the rest of it. Well, that was in early March, sort of about the 11th of March, and I was looking forward thinking, this can't last forever, all this rain. Well, it did, didn't it?
Yes, it did. You got it wrong again.
It continues. No, not again. It is a forecast at the end of the day, and anybody who forecasts these things, predictions, sometimes they can fall off a cliff. But I was actually emphasising more the summer, which is now what we're going to be talking about going forward. Lovely if it remains sort of in where we've been normally, which is in the mid-20s. You know, that's a nice day. Even now, when we get sort of 15s and 16s with the sun shining, it's fine. The problem with April, it was dull. It was northerly airstream rather than a southerly airstream, so it's easy forgettable.
If this is happening, Jim,
yeah,
and we can debate about whether we should be changing our fossil fuels, etc. But if this is happening, why aren't we just therefore making structural changes to our business,
what a question,
to our lives? Because that seems inevitable. I'll give you an example. I've recently done up my kids' bedrooms. Rather than just getting a normal light on the ceiling, I've got a light with a fan, so that they can have a bit of air in the summer. We can open the windows.
Well done.
That's a simple thing that you can do. It doesn't cost you an awful lot more.
Self-help is the starting block of everything. You've got to look independently. So, you know, if you stand up there with your bare chest, not you necessarily, but whoever, saying, you know, I'll stand anything and all, you know, all of that sort of stuff, you've got to think of people, children, people with underlying conditions, poorer people who've got difficulty with their housing, except no insulation, all of this sort of stuff. Then that's where it's going to hit. Mostly. And to be frank with you, when you start to see the silly temperatures that we are now seeing in places like Cambodia, Thailand, and you're going to say it's hot there, isn't it? No, it's not. These are record temperatures. 2 days ago in Cambodia, record all-time temperature. It's going on and on. And I think we're going to see some of that more and more. We've been, can I say lucky? Almost to say that we've been in the cool and the wet for some time, because that might be something that we can look back on and say, well, thank God for that, because we're not in drought anymore. We're not of water shortage. But the self-help thing is where it starts. Even, for example, passive greening. I always look at this desk because I come in on the breakfast show sometimes, and they have these 2 plastic dandelion things or whatever they are.
Yes.
Not dandelion.
That's not a very expensive set dressing.
Look, one day I should have done it today. I'm going to bring a proper plant in here.
It'll wilt.
No, come on, look after it. Yeah, I know, I can feel it. It's absolutely... Just wait till it's 40 degree out there.
I've worked in newspapers for 40 years. People bring in a nice bunch of flowers. They're dead within 2 days.
I'm going to try.
Well, awful. I don't know what it is.
I tell you what.
We just managed to kill everything.
I tell you what, we'll make it a cactus. That'll survive, won't it? There we go.
Nice and spiky.
That'll be appropriate.
Yeah.
Andrew, it's called passive greening, so you can do little things that will help.
We could do that, but what this government does can do nothing to change the temperature in this country, nothing at all apart from put people's bills up.
No, I disagree with you. That's the old, you're going to get colder and poorer. I will tell you, you get colder if you don't have insulation, so that should be a number one going forward, without a shadow of a doubt, to help the poorer people get there. Just a couple of other little things. I talk about passive greening. I go running and walking in woods. It's often... When it's very hot outside, it's very cool in there. When it's very cold outside, it's actually warmer, but warmer in the woods. Get into those areas. We talk about London being the next...
We sleep in the woods.
No, I'm saying spend more time, and I'm saying plant more trees. It's one way. I'll give you another one, and that is start, you know, little bits and pieces. She's breaking up here, isn't she?
Sorry, there's just so much of what we talk about in the news these days just feels like I'm on some sort of comedy show. The solution to the warming planet and the fact we can't all go and hang out in the woods, Jim.
Yeah, well, look, to be honest with you, if you're in central London, as we are now, there are places to go on a hot day with the trees and not many of them. You know, Hyde Park and places.
But you know what we're doing instead? We're knocking down trees and putting solar panels.
Yes, we are. But there's nothing wrong with that in one way. We're not necessarily knocking down trees.
Getting rid of greenery.
Yeah, I mean, it's a progressive thing. That's going to happen. But I'll just mention one thing, and that is, I'll look at the buildings in London, for example. I'm pretty sure it'll be the same in Birmingham, Manchester, and they are. Even here on the canal, I come out the tube station and there's two buildings facing you. You know the two, that really tall black one, and next to it there's a white one. I'll bet you any money in the summertime it's the white one that will be much more preferable to be like the south of Spain.
I think the motto is do what you can for yourself. Get a Fandelier, they're very good, I highly recommend them, and sleep in the woods, don't go anywhere.
Sleep in